Hi everyone, this is Gary House, and today I'm making Butterflied tri-tip, Mexican red rice, and super easy refried beans on the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. Easy refried beans. Now what we're going to need is 4 to 6 slices of bacon, and I just chopped them up. No big deal. Actually, I'm only using 4. And here's the easy part. The beans, we're using pinto beans, but they're coming out of a can. So I know that's probably a violation of some sort, but really I'm looking for a quick, fast recipe here. If you want to do this right, take a bag of pinto beans and a bottle or 2 of beer and soak them overnight and get some killer pinto beans that way. But we're not going that way. We're going canned. It's quick and easy. I have just a little, almost a cup of the bean broth that I've reserved that we're going to use, and some salt and some pepper, a cowboy blender, and then in the grill I have a 12-inch cast iron skillet preheating right now. Get that sizzling. We're going to cook those down until they're done, just before crispy. It's cooked just before the done stage. It's still a little bit of limp, but I've got probably about a 1/4 cup of grease in there, and this is the point where I want to add my beans. Now there's a little bit of broth still in with the beans, so that's going to help. And I'm going to mix this up. Delish. I want to add just a little bit of salt. This is just some coarse sea salt. And then we're going to take the cowboy blender. We're going to start mashing these up. And that's going to take a couple minutes. And keep in mind this is pretty hot over here. And refried beans, you'll find them in various consistencies. The version that we're going to be replicating here is the Tex Mex version, which is a rather coarse bean, or mix, if you will. Not necessarily any whole beans still in there, but we have it mashed up fairly good. Now this is going to get dry and thick on you, and that's what our bean broth is for, so we can thin this up. Oh man. Now at this stage, I've got them pretty much all of them mashed up. Still a little chunky, a little smooth. I want to add my bean broth. And about a 1/2 cup is good. You can go a little over that. Just want to kind of liquefy it a little bit. Want some coarse, fresh ground black pepper in there. And then just a little bit more salt. A couple pinches in there. Don't overdo it on the salt because your bacon is salty. And then we're just going to do one more blend on these. Heat up and cook for a few more minutes as it's all blended together. And oh my gosh, this is looking just fabulous. Keep mashing away. Boy, if If that isn't easy, I don't know what is. Let's take a look at these beans. Now remember, this pan is always screaming hot in the barbecue. 350 degrees plus, so make sure you have something to grab onto it. But are those delicious looking or what? So let's take a look at our Mexican red rice. See how we did? Oh, look at that, light and fluffy. Oh, and so aromatic. Look at that. That's just beautiful. The colors of the peppers and the tomato in there, the light fluffy rice. Fajita time. Now, this goes pretty fast and furious. Our butterfly tri-tip. It's good and marinated. Looks absolutely delicious. What else I'm going to add with this? We're going to do some lemon and some peppers, and these are overripe green peppers, you know that, yellow and red. And then what I'm going to do to season those up is just some seasoning salt. That's the way I like it. It's nice and simple, and that's just going to sprinkle on there. I'm going to add some extra flavor to it, and nothing fancier than that. Some cilantro. I like a little bit of cilantro in with my veggies. Of course, we'll need some tortillas. I like gorditas. And the island grill stone is preheated. It's super hot. Got this sitting at just at a low 300. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. I want to get it to around 350, 375, and throw our butterflied tri-tip on. Let's get our fajita on, our butterfly tri-tip on that's been marinated in our Tex Mex marinade. Oh man. I'm going to get as much of this drained off as we can. Get our grill open. And this is going to go right on top of the island grill stone. Shut that down and cook it for a few minutes on side one. Okay, so our butterflied tri-tip's been cooking for about 3 to 4 minutes on the first side. And I want to take a look at this, and we'll probably flip it over. There we go. A few more minutes and it's time to pull it. It's done. It is super, super juicy. And we're just made a big mess. And we're going to let it sit here and rest for a few minutes while I prepare the fajita fixing. So we're ready for our fajita fixings. Let's go right on the stone. I'm going to absorb some of that flavor from the tri-tip. And these are going to break down and saute until they're nice and tender. Let's check these out and give them another stir. So you can see they're pulling up some of the juices and flavor from the grill stone. And that's exactly what we want. That's one of the advantages of the grill stone. You don't need a lot of additional oils or grease or lard or anything else to really bring out some wonderful flavors. The tri-tip that we just cooked, a lot of those juices are still there on the grill stone, and as these vegetables cook, they're going to release their juices also, and they're going to sort of self-marinate right on there. And we're just going to let these continue to cook down until they're just a little bit past al dente. So we're just about done here. And you can see these are just getting nice and limp the way you want them. Just beautiful color. It absorbed a lot of those flavors. A couple of thicker pieces are still maybe needing to cook a little bit more. For the most part, we're right where we want it. Now, I did take a second or two to cut up a little bit of cilantro. The wind's really kicking up here. And I also have a couple limes that I want to just give a little additional flavor to these. About a half a lime is what I'm looking for. Just drizzle those juices over there. And just let that finish up. I think it's time to cut up our butterfly tri-tip. I've been letting it rest here, foiled up. Really juicy. Save those juices. I'm not going to waste that. Now on tri-tip, we want to make sure that we cut across the grain, and you can see the grains going this way. And that soy Tex Mex mixture is just penetrated in here really beautifully. It's just super juicy, done medium rare. Just the way we want it. Flies are thinking the same thing. And there you go, for you that like it closer to medium rare. We got that going on now too. I think this just turned out just fabulous. I think I need to sharpen my knife a little bit more. Let's take a gander here. Oh man. That's some good flavor. And you can also take it, finish cutting it in half, cut up some smaller slices. However you want. The presentation. Okay, let's serve this up with our vegetables. Now, that's ready to go. I need my tortilla. Just going to take a couple of these and throw them on the island grill stove. And here we go. One of our tortillas. Nice and warm. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Too hot. And some of our tri-tip. Some of our vegetables for the fajita mix. Beautiful color going on there. So there you have it. We have our Butterflied tri-tip fajitas with fajita fixins, our Mexican red rice, and our easy refried beans, all in a Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. But without my sponsors, none of this would be possible. Camp Chef at OutdoorCooking.com and Island Grillstone at IslandGrillstone.com. Two great companies with really fantastic products. Go visit them, go say hi, and go buy something. If you want to find out more about me, you can find me on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and of course, cooking-outdoors.com, where I'm always coming up with something crazy and new. This is Gary House, and I will see you when I see you.